everybody, Backyard Bullion here. Now today we're going to be talking all about the White Lion of Mortimer, or as I and some others have called it, the Bodybuilder of Mortimer. It's the latest Queen's Beast series coin, and today it's all about the proof versions, as I've just taken delivery of my 1/4 ounce gold proof and 1 ounce silver proof coins. So we're going to do a bit of a review, unboxing so to speak, have a look at these coins in all their glory, talk about the design, talk about buying from the Royal Mint, what it's like. Hopefully there aren't any quality control issues. I did a bit of a cursory glance when I received them, but sometimes when you get things really close to this camera, you might be able to spot some small imperfections. So we'll talk a little bit about quality control and how to sort that out if there are issues when you buy from the Royal Mint, because I've had situations before where I've had a coin that's got some damage or a scratch or some spotting or something like that. So lots to crack on with here today. We're also going to just have a quick look side by side with the Bullion versions so we can see the difference there about what you're getting. I haven't unfortunately got the 1/4 ounce gold and 2 ounce silver versions in Bullion yet. Those are on order and hopefully coming mid to late October. But for the time being, we've got two very cool coins to have a look at today. So let's crack them both open and have a quick look and then talk about them in more detail. So let's talk first though, whilst I get these out, about buying from the Royal Mint. So for those of you who are in the UK, it's a fairly simple process. In fact, it's a fairly simple process for anybody around the world to buy from the Royal Mint. You just go to their website, you can set up an account, you can pay through their website with credit cards, debit cards, whatever you like, and it's fairly simple. Shipping is usually free, depending on the value of your order. I think if you're ordering under £45, you pay a little bit extra for shipping. But generally speaking, shipping is free for larger ticket items, certainly when you get into the realms of silver or gold coins. So they're a pretty good outfit now. They have had their issues in the past with regards to shipping. And I remember when I first started my channel a few years ago, there you go, there's the two coins out on the table. When I started buying from the Royal Mint a few years ago, 3 years ago now, when I bought my first couple of coins from them, the shipping was a little bit questionable. It came from Royal Mail. It was basically just put in a jiffy bag. And I remember saying the phrase a number of times, this parcel looks like it's been dragged through a hedge by a badger. I have to say the Royal Mint have improved tenfold on that front. Seems like all their orders now are coming through UPS or a courier of some kind. It's usually UPS I've noticed at the moment, which is really good. So that's fantastic. There are a lot of perks to that, and I can only say that's going to improve things. There have been a few times as well where things have arrived and the outer boxes that you get with these coins have been all damaged, and there's a little dent there. I think actually that was made by myself when I put the other box on it after I'd opened them up, but I've seen boxes in way worse form than this one, and that was all down to the bad sort of packaging. And this time it's in a hard, really nice cardboard box, UPS delivery, fragile stickers all over, and job done, I have to say. So there's the silver proof version up close. Let's talk first though about this gold proof version, because this is the, in my opinion, key proof coin in the entire sort of series of these proof version coins, and it's, I think, really good. Now I've joked a little bit already on the channel about calling this the Bodybuilder of Mortimer because of the buff nature of the lion in the image here depicted. Of course, the designer there, Jody Clark. Jody Clark is one of the premier coin designers, and he's just stunning in terms of how much detail and quality he can get out of these designs. And whilst I have been a little bit jokey about this design, saying it's the Bodybuilder of Mortimer, I actually really quite like this coin. It's grown on me a lot. I think it's similar to the Yale. It's either one of those that you love or hate, but for me it really has grown on me, and I actually really like this. Is it better than the White Lion of England, the first one in the series? No, I do think that the Lion of England is the superior of the two in terms of lions, but I definitely can see the pluses on this one. I really do like this design, and we'll talk a little bit more about the design in a moment. Before we do that though, let's just talk about the entire package of what you get when you buy from the Royal Mint, when you buy these proof coins. So in traditional kind of Royal Mint style, you get it supplied in a nice sort of wooden gloss finish, I guess mahogany style box you could call it, with a really nice logo there, very reflective. Does attract a lot of fingerprints though. I'll have to give this a wipe down with a fingerprint cloth after filming with it. Nice felt bottom, so it does make a really good display piece. It's got this magnetic flip inside which you can take out and admire the coin without even having to touch the capsule if you so wanted, and it stands up in the frame there, which is really good, so you can actually have these out on display, as you can see, and you can, like, you know, it's got a good angle so you can see it quite happily, so that's really good. Inside the box you get a little certificate of authenticity. I seem to have got a very low number here today, if we can get this into focus. It's number 35, which is excellent. Now the mintage on these is 1000, and that's a pretty low mintage. We will talk about the mintage, I think, in a little bit. I'm just giving a bit more of an overview of everything you get if you wanted to buy these coins first. Inside the package as well, if we just put that back, comes a little booklet, which is always good. You know, this is one of the things I love about coins. There's always something to learn about coins, and if you've got the luxury of disposable income that you want to get these, whether they're going to yield an investment return or not, you know, if you enjoy these, if they mean something to you, then I do think that having extra little things like this really does inspire. It's learning, it's fantastic history. You know, these Queen's Beasts are really kind of, you know, they're deep running into British culture, British royal culture, monarchical culture, if that's how you can call it. And the White Lion of Mortimer has a significant history, you know, talking over 750 years worth of history there, that this has been associated with the royal families in the UK, even into the modern times with King George VI there. So lots of things to learn about, and I really do like the extra touches of these books. You even get to see a little bit about Jody Clark. That's what he looks like. There he is. Really exemplary coin designer from the Royal Mint, and hopefully lots more of very cool things to come. And there you can see talking about the design, talking about the image of the coin, and all told, really good little booklet. Now this silver proof, you don't get quite as nice a box. That's the sort of wood mahogany box. You get this kind of, I guess it's like, it's definitely cardboard. I don't exactly know the material, but it looks like cardboard. Doesn't have a felt bottom. Who doesn't love a good felt bottom? It does seem to be prone to, as you can see, I'm getting a few fingerprints on here and things. The oils from your hands maybe will leave little marks on the cardboard, but I'm sure a nice sort of cloth to get rid of those won't be too bad, but that's something to factor in. The COA in the silver proof is a little bit bigger. I can see here I've got number 473. Mintage on these is, so maximum coin mintage is 4,360, limited edition presentation of 4,200. So there's going to be 160 more of these coins made, but not in this format, which is interesting. I don't quite know what product that's going to be coming out from the Royal Mint. There's a little bit of information from the Deputy Master Chief Executive, and that's the COA. And so, yeah, you get, and also you get a booklet as well on that. I think it's exactly the same booklet, but a little bit of a bigger print. So there you go. That's basically what you get from these two coins if you were to look to buy them. Now, in terms of the actual design, let's talk very briefly on that. I have joked, as I said, about it being the White Lion, the bodybuilder of Mortimer. I do like the design quite a lot, I have to say. I think it's really good. Let's get it actually right out there. Now, I'm not going to open the capsules on these because proof coins are very susceptible to damage, to dust, and their value is very much integral on keeping them in as pristine condition as possible. So I'm not going to open the capsule here today because I haven't got the proper conditions to do so. But as you can see, the proof quality of it shines through. It's a really high quality stamp and finish on these coins. And now quality control is something to talk about. So interestingly here, you can see from the Royal Mint, there is a QC sticker. So they have QC checked this. Don't quite know what the number 16 represents, but there is a QC sticker on this capsule. So if we can take that off. Now that's a little bit frustrating because it's left a little bit of sticky on the capsule itself. That's probably going to come off with a bit of, cleaning, but it's just that's a little frustration. That's really quite annoying. But at least I suppose that the quality control is there in the sense that somebody's checked it. Now, that doesn't guarantee, though, that the coin is in perfect condition. And it's often difficult to see whether or not the coin is in perfect condition until you really get up close and have a look at it, perhaps outside of the capsule as well. But it does look like this is pretty perfect to me. I can't obviously see every tiny micro dot if there is any, but from all accounts it does look good. What do you do though if there is a situation where the quality control is lacking and there is some damage on your coin? Because I have had, now it doesn't look like it's happened on this particular coin here, the silver proof, but I have had in the past the silver proofs come through, and I've had one with a huge gouge in the Queen's face, which is very interesting. But seems like this one is in good condition, but I have had times where coins have come through even when they've had a QC sticker on them. This one doesn't have a QC sticker on the parcel or in the box there, but hopefully it's passed its quality control. But what do you do? So in the UK, obviously, you have consumer rights, and if there's something you're not happy with or you want to change your mind, you do have the right to change your mind, and that does apply to these coins. And the Royal Mint has a very easy to operate returns or refund or replacement policy. And when you buy from the Royal Mint directly and you get delivery, you'll often have sort of an invoice in there, and on it there will be a section that tells you all about returns if you're not happy. All you have to do is obviously check which box that you want to do. If you want to have it replaced or returned or refunded, then you just basically send it off. And I've seen that it can take a couple of weeks for them to process that. So that's going to be my sort of only criticism. Sometimes it does take a little bit of time to process that and refund it. Often it will be, if you opt just for a refund, it will be refunded directly to the card that you paid it to. Now, of course, if there's something that's wrong with the coin rather than you've just changed your mind, you are, of course, entitled to get the refund on the postage it costs you to send it back to the Royal Mint. So when that has happened, I've always put a note inside the parcel as well with, basically just saying, please, can you refund the postage? If you need proof of the amount that it's cost, blah, 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 please get in touch. I haven't ever had the situation where they've needed to get in touch with me and ask how much postage costs. I think they usually just work it out based on what was on the parcel when it arrived. And that's sometimes, it's an odd one whether it's been refunded directly to the card or whether I've had a cheque in the post. I have had a cheque in the post for £7.90, I think it was, for postage and packaging on one of my coins that I sent back special delivery. So it can be a little bit odd in that sense. In terms of getting replacement coins, that's an interesting one to talk about, because with the silver proof versions, I think these are still in stock at the moment. They're not necessarily the best performing coins of the series, but the quarter ounce gold ones, they tend to sell out very, very quickly. And you're looking at them being completely sold out within a couple of days usually. So basically, if you get a duff one and you send it back for a replacement, the chances are is that you're going to get one of the other replacements that come back in that's already duff as well. Now, you can send back the replacement if that one is also lacking in its quality control, but you're running the risk there of having a sort of vicious cycle of constantly getting duff coins, basically. So there is something there to consider about that. If you get one of these quarter ounce gold proofs or 1 ounce gold proofs and there's an issue with it and they're sold out on the Royal Mint's website, there's a good chance that you're going to get one of the rejects that have come back from other customers. And that is quite frustrating, I have to say, and you don't often get much control over that. And even if you sort of say, in the return letter, or if you contact them and say, I want a perfect coin, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and whoever is kind of looking at them basically at the final end, the QC control person might have a different difference of opinion to you as to what is perfect or not. So that's definitely something to factor in. So if that is a situation that happens, there's a number of things that you can do. You can obviously just get your money back from the Royal Mint, but if you're going to then be missing out on the coin in your collection, you can look to buy from one of their various different distributors and dealers out there. Of course, you then might be victim to some of the, basically some of the price hikes that are out there. Now, as investment coins, I don't really want to talk too much about that today, because these are, they're risk coins, they're high value coins. In fact, we haven't even talked about the price points on these. So this one was, I think, 535, something like 525. Prices obviously have gone up quite considerably in the last 6 months for raw prices of gold. Rather interestingly though, considering the peak of gold being around 1270, I think in the UK, 1280, which was basically a £300 an ounce increase, we only saw roughly a £40 an ounce increase in gold, which cost a quarter of an ounce, means roughly £250, I think it was, increase overall. So potentially a little lower than the overall price of gold increase. I suppose it depends on what time the Royal Mint decides on that pricing mechanism and what the price of gold is at the time. So, that's something to think about. Prices have gone up. Premiums, questionable there about the latest releases. Obviously, the earlier ones tend to do better in terms of premiums. but the earlier ones have significantly higher mintages than these later pieces that are coming out. So you can see here again, come on, focus camera, the mintage is 1,000 of these. The earliest one, the I keep saying the White Lion of England, the Lion of England was 2,500, which is quite considerable. So that is an interesting, take on things. It sort of suggests that they got their numbers wrong at the start, because I do remember the Proof Lion and the Proof no, not the Griffin, was it the Proof Dragon and the Unicorn? Those were all at the higher mintages, and they struggled to sell quickly. But then as soon as they dropped the mintages, you saw some really kind of big, popularities, and things were selling out within a couple of days. And that's why I've picked up 2 of these White Lion of Mortimer. So that's kind of part of my tactic, to basically have 2 of these. The idea is to see if this one grows in premium. If we can get this one to grow in premium, I'll then look to sell it, release that premium, which will bring the cost of this one down to more, hopefully in line with all of the others that I've purchased. And then the grand plan is at some point in the future, and don't know exactly when, I will be looking to trade up all of these proof versions into Bullion version gold. Now, don't know whether that will be Bullion version Queen's Beast gold, or whether that would be Bullion version gold of other types like Britannias and things. But I don't know, we'll see. It depends on where the premiums are. If the White Lion of Mortimer, which is a really stunning looking coin, doesn't have any premiums in the Bullion version, the proof versions will be cashed in, and I'll look to exchange up for some other gold. It's basically my way of trying to hedge both sides of the kind of market and look to get some growth of my gold stack without necessarily having to outlay a lot of extra money right now. Hopefully in the future I'll be able to trade it up. So that's the difference there between these 2 coins. You can see the difference in the background, and I think that with the frosted finish, I said this the other day when I was looking at the Royal Mint Lunar Rat coin, the frosted finish on things really does bring out the detail a lot better on these kind of coins, and I really do like it. It would be incredible to see some Bullion version coins with some frosted finishing from the Royal Mint one day. What do you prefer? Which is your favourite, the proof or the Bullion? Let me know down in the comment section. So that is my review and thoughts on the proof versions of the White Lion of Mortimer, also known as the Bodybuilder of Mortimer from the Royal Mint. If you enjoyed today's video, then please do take a moment to hit the like button. It really does help everything that we do here on the Backyard Bullion channel. And if you would like to see future videos like this, then make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, and hit the alarm bell if you would like to get notifications when I upload videos. Otherwise, that is it today. I would love to know your thoughts and opinions on these coins, on the Royal Mint purchasing process, quality control, all of the above. Please do feel free to comment down in the comment section, and I'll see you down there for a healthy and fun debate on these coins. Otherwise, that is it for today. Thank you one and all for watching. I hope you have a fantastic weekend ahead. And as always, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.